All right, guys, let's talk about PoE patch 3.27 final thoughts. I loved it. I thought it was okay. I've been playing it this whole time. I only leveled two characters this season, mainly because of the fact that the leveling process for me in this game is just not as good as some of the other games. So I did. Obviously, I started with the Wander, which I was very thankful I chose Jungron's build to start. After playing the other build that I built, the Siege Ballista, Siege slash Shrapnel Ballista, this build night and day better, a million times better than the PoE guy build. Uh, thank you, Jungron, for that. This build, I literally have only so this was the first season that I actually did like the highest end game farming stuff, and I ended up getting a Svalin and a Apothecary double drop within two maps of each other. So I went from like 10, 20, 30 divines to like 150 divines. It was awesome. Okay. So I have dropped probably 100 divine, 120 divine now in this character. My Shrapnel Ballista, I've spent probably more than that. And it's just not anywhere near as strong. But I love the new wand changes. I thought the new breach system, I thought the hive was actually what I thought was the worst part. So I don't know what you guys think, but I thought the hive, after you've done it like two or three times, just wasn't that good. Um, Even as a farming strat, once they buffed it, was it better? Yeah, but to me, it just wasn't great. So I love the first two though, where you have the option of doing the waves, or you have the option, just do the normal thing. Um, I did enjoy those changes. I thought that was good. That being said, outside of that, I didn't notice really any difference besides the wander changes and then just those slight blight changes. I really didn't notice much else. Um, so for me, if I had to rank it, I've heard some people call it a maintenance patch. I would say that that's probably a pretty fair assessment. I would give it probably a 6.5 out of 10. Um, I thought it wasn't bad, right? Like I thought it wasn't bad at all. But I, replayability, obviously it's lasted me as long as it needed to last, because now we're going to start focusing again on PoE 2 with the new season announcement coming and the new season as well. So I'm super excited for the new PoE 2 season, especially with the absolute shit show debacle that was Blizzard season 7 or season 11 announcement. My god, what a joke. GGG, great job on this one. Outside of that, I thought the adjustments that they did to the endgame mapping difficulty, etc., I thought it made it much easier. And obviously, for somebody who's more of a casual player like myself, it made it so I could actually do it. And so it was really fun to be able to actually earn like significant divines, even though that they said this was more of a poverty league. Like for me, it was the best economic league that I've ever had, because I never was able to really do all that content. So obviously, the more you play a game and the more seasons, and especially in this game with the learning curve, the better and better that you get, the more and more you're going to make, right? Because the more and more content you understand, and the more and more concepts your brain can comprehend, right? And so for us old heads, or us, you know, um, less blaster style players, I thought this season was a huge improvement in that step, if that's what they were going for. So kudos there. The leveling process for me was incredibly dull. I skipped the hive stuff almost the entire time on my second character, because it was more of a waste of time than anything else. I didn't really like it. And I obviously had the currency to buy gear at that point. So I would just level, I use the same leveling strategy that I use for all the GGG games, which is obviously your first one's the grind. After that, you don't start the second character until you have the income to be able to just gear them out, right? Like that's just kind of how I do it. So there's the league starter, and then there's whatever you want, which is what everybody recommends. And I followed what everybody recommends. Seemed to work well for me. So that's why I only level two. I don't know what your guys' thoughts are. I know I've watched a lot of videos on it, a lot of people's opinions on the season, but I thought from my point of view, which is not a blaster, but someone who plays video games as a hobby, I thought it was a 6.5 season, for sure. I enjoyed it a lot, but yeah, like I said, at the end game, there wasn't as much to do. Luckily, PoE's end game is absolutely fantastic. I did not try out the heist changes at all, because I don't like heist at all. and so I just didn't try them out. I didn't try out any of the June changes because I don't understand June and I don't want to learn it. So the typical strategies I used were, obviously strong boxes. I did a lot of blight. I did some Harbies. I did some delis. This build is amazing for delis. It's amazing for Harbies. It's amazing for boxes. It's amazing for everything, right? So I thought it was a good season. Not great, but good. And super excited about the next PoE 2 patch. Let me know what your guys' thoughts were in